Okay, so we're talking about perfect squares. Have you guys heard of perfect squares before? Does anyone know what a perfect square is? Okay, Carly, what's a perfect square? Okay, perfect square and square roots are related. So they definitely are related. I'm going to dim the lights. Marshall, what else?
A number that square root is square root
Is in.
the answer. Take the answer and multiply by itself equals better.
Okay, I like the first part that you were saying. You said it's a number whose square root, I'm going to finish this off, is an integer, is a positive integer. Okay, and you're like, huh? What's an integer? It's any whole number or its opposite. And when I'm talking about perfect squares, I'm talking about any positive integer, which really means AK, is any whole number other than 0. So here's what I want you guys to do. There are some special numbers out there, but they're based on this. So I want you to draw this out. You know what a perfect square is? It's a square. Draw me a square. Okay, that I'm critical. I'm like, that looks like a trapezoid to me with a messed up edge. Okay, but anyway, we'll call it a square. Do you guys remember how to find the area of a square? How do you find the area of a square? Raise your hand, raise your hand. CT? Well, yeah, length times width. And you know what's cool about a square is that the length and the width are actually the exact same. So you actually can say that if this length is S, right, algebra, it's S, what's this length? S. And so how would you find the area of a square? You would say S times S, and because we know exponential notation, we could say S to the second power, can't we? Right? We could say S squared. You know why we say squared? Because we're talking about a square. So there, it's not like we just, let's go squared, cubed. Guess what we're talking about in cubed? A cube, a three-dimensional square. Okay. All right. That's how you find the area. Let's get some numbers here. So draw me another square. Oh. Okay. That's like a rectangle. But anyway. And give me any positive integer. Not too high, though. Let's not go crazy here. Just positive integer. Ethan?
8.
8. All right. Awesome. Thank you. So this side length is 8. What's this side length? If this is a square. It's 8. And so how would I find the area of this square? I would say 8 times 8 equals 64. The area would be 64, right? Okay, Day, can you give me another integer for the side length of a square? So draw another one.
3.
Thank you. Okay, well, we'll say 3. So this side length is 3. What's this one? 3. What would be the area of this square? 9. Because what's 3 times 3? 9. Do you notice, aren't these multiplication facts? 8 times 8 is 64. 3 times 3 is 9. Do you know any other multiplication facts where you have two of the same number being multiplied together? Yeah, what's another one? What's 4 times 4?
16.
12 times 12. 11 times 11? 121. 7 times 7? 49. I'm watching you guys because some of you are doing this. I'm saying the fact and you're looking around. These need to be automatic. 5 times 5. 2 times 2.
4.
11 times 11. 12 times 12. All right. Yep. 6 times 6. 9 times 9. 10 times 10. What was it?
What was the number?
10 times 10?
100.
Okay. Those numbers, 64, 9, 100, 144, those are perfect squares. That's what they are. So here's what I want you to do. Don't erase it. I'm just erasing it for space. I want you to give me the perfect squares. I want you to give me the first 20 perfect squares. Here's the first one, ready? 1. Because what times itself equals 1? Okay. The second one is 4. Because what times itself equals 4? 2. You know what the next one is? 9, 16, 25.
It's not the number that's being multiplied by itself, but it's the number that you get from it.
Yes, it's the product. That's the perfect square. Very good. He's clarifying that. The perfect square is this, not 5 and 5. This is the perfect square. Okay, next one.
36, 49.
Oh, you think I'm writing this for fun, huh? You're going to memorize these for your tests. Oh, sorry. Sorry, did I? Okay, yeah. And you're like, man, Mr. that's so unfair. Guys, these are your math facts. What times itself equals 36? That's not hard. You should know that. Okay, but then it gets tougher. All right, after 64,
How much do we have to memorize?
when I stop writing, you're done memorizing. 81?
100.
You forgot 12.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, now, you should have memorized up to this point right here. 12 times 12. That's probably your last fact. But do you think we're done? No, we are not done.
Yes, we are 100.
Okay, hold on, Sam. Hold it. This is 12 times 12, right? So I need to know, to get the next one, what's 13 times 13? It's 169. Now listen to me. If you didn't know that, you need to write 169 and off to the side, 13 times 13. And you're like, I thought we just had to know the perfect squares. You do, but you need to know the related math fact. If you don't know the related math fact, square roots isn't too easy for you. Wait, oh, this is perfect squares and square roots. Oh man, okay. Sorry, I should have said that before. Do you know what 14 times 14 is? 196. That's 14 times 14, if you didn't know that. What's 15 times 15?
225.
Excuse me?
225.
Excuse me?
225.
Excuse me?
225.
225.
Oh, yeah.
Not and.
That's okay. I know what you meant. But you see I'm being picky?
Yep.
225. That's 15 times 15. 16 times 16. Close. 256 is 16 times 16. 17 times 17? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Someone get it. I'm having...
I think it's 280.
Nope.
294. 300 something.
No. You're going to say it, but say it right.
289.
289. 289. And then, sorry, that's 17 times 17. 18 times 18? Oh, I was going to say, wow.
44.
Close. 3. Someone give it to me.
350.
Don't guess. Just work. You're allowed to work it out.
No.
18 times 18. You are allowed. Oh, what was that? 3. That was 324. Try it again. I want a verification on that.
324.
I think it's 324.
Yeah, it is 324.
Okay, sorry. You made me think though, Marshall. That's
We have
good.
to
I was like,
memorize this
no, you got to get 19 times 19.
That's 20 times. We have to know all.
19 times 19?
I got this.
We have to know all of those.
360.
No.
I have to do it.
Come on, you can work. Some of you can work it. I get. Oh yeah,
371.
close.
381. 371. 361.
361.
361. Yeah.
And the hardest one out of all of them, 20 times 20.
400. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna do this for you guys because I don't want to overburden you on your tests. I want you to memorize it up to 225. But I might ask some bonus questions from these. Some easy bonus questions. You could work it out, but the problems I'm going to give you that refer to this are going to show me if you really knew them or not. Because, yeah, you can just say, well, what's 18 times 18? You figure it out. but the questions are going to be deeper than that. So, but you don't have to memorize them.
Will you take points off if we went down in the book?
No, but like I said, the problems I give you that will ask you about this will be deeper than just what's the square root of, or what's the square root of one of those, or what is 18 squared? Yeah, it's gonna get tougher. Okay, wow, that's it. I mean, that's perfect squares for you. That's it.
And square root.
So now we got to get the square roots. Okay, guys. So remember, you need to know up to 15 times 15. You need to know that. 14 times 14, 13 times 13, and the rest of them, it should not be hard. It should be reviewed. Okay, but I'm asking for example, the square of a number such as 2/3. The square, and I'm going to write this, so please write this down so you know what we're asking. The square of 2/3. Okay, what that is asking for is what is 2/3 squared. So if I say, what's the square of 2/3? It's asking what is 2/3 squared. So what does 2/3 squared mean in multiplication terms? 2/3 times 2/3. And please listen to me. Some of you on your test did this incorrectly. When you're multiplying two fractions, do you need a common denominator?
No.
No. But you do multiply across. 2 times 2 is?
4.
And 3 times 3 is?
9.
So 2/3 times 2/3 is
9.
4 ninths. 4 ninths. Listen to me. The square of 2/3 is 4 ninths. That's what I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. What is the square of? What's the square of 0.8? Get this recorded. What's the square of 8/10? How do you do that, Kate? How would you do this? Kind of guess. Okay, 8/10 times 8/10. Now, there are easy ways to do it, but please don't forget where that decimal point goes because it will affect your answer. What's 8 times 8? 64. Where does the decimal go? Doesn't go between the 6 and the 4. It doesn't go after the 4. It goes before the 6. So what's the square of 8/10? 64 hundredths. The decimal point matters. Please don't get that wrong. Yes, sir?
I think I kind of have like a thing I always do in my mind. If you're doing like a single decimal, like just to the tenths place, I always just do it. I just do regular multiplication.
So you like ignore the decimal point?
Yeah, no, that's very front after.
Yep. So that's you could do that for single digits. Yep. Okay. What is the square of negative 11? What's the square of negative 11? Don't call it out real quick. Or don't call out right away. What's the square of negative 11? I'm asking for what is negative 11 times negative 11? Danny. Don't worry, it's up here.
Don't look. It's 121.
Okay. 121. Because what is negative 11 times negative 11? Positive, and then 121. Yes, ma'am. Alex.
So, with the last one, the decimal, could you have changed it into a fraction?
Yeah, you could have said 64 hundredths and then 32 fiftieths and 16 25ths. Yeah. But don't, just get me the decimal. Yeah. But you could have. Okay. Any questions on how to find a square of a number? How many of you know the first 15 perfect squares?
1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. Yeah, I'm just reading the board.
Continue.
121.
Whoa.
140,
Sorry, say that again.
121.
Oh, I know what you mean now.
169, 196, and 225.
No, that's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. Yeah, Marshall, question? Oh, I read Marshall's mind. What am I thinking? Marshall, what is 13 times 13?
169.
Close.
Now it is. Now. Stop. 169.
169. Very nice. Kate, what is the square of 11? 121. Marin, what is 5 to the second power? 25. Hannah, what is the perfect square before 64?
49.
Yes, 49. Aiden, what is 7 squared?
7 squared, 49.
Wait, she just said that.
Sorry.
49.
Oh, you're right. Oh, duh. I just asked the same question. Olivia. Hi. Hi. Do me off there. Okay. What is the perfect square after 49? What's the next perfect square? Carry the 2. Then
64.
64. That is correct.
Carry the 2.
Okay, ready?
There's no 2 to carry.
Ben, is 189 a perfect square? You sure? 189?
It's not.
Sounds like one to me.
Wait.
It's not. Is 289 a perfect square? Is 196 a perfect square? But not 189. Okay. You're like, oh, who cares if those are not? You just got to memorize the perfect squares. 2-4 would be what happens if you have the square root of non-perfect squares. What if they're not up here? How do you find those numbers? You can find them. They're just a little bit tougher. Okay, but anyway, let's finish up here. Okay, last thing here. We're going to talk now about square roots. Okay, square roots. Guys, did I say anything about these numbers being square roots? No, I didn't say anything. These are perfect squares. Find the square of something. Now I'm going to start asking for square roots. Okay.
Those numbers can be the
What is the square root of 16? This is what I'm asking. What number times itself would get me 16?
Oh, 8.
Square root of 16 is... Okay, what is it? What's the square root of 16?
8.
No. What number times itself?
Sorry.
Oh, 4.
12.
And what? 4 is a square root, but there's another number.
4.
Okay, how many of you agree that 4 times 4 is 16? So that's one of them. 4 is a square root of 16. There's another one.
-4?
-4.
Wait, but that equals
Right?
-16.
Because what's -4 times -4?
Positive 16.
What's positive 4 times 4 is 4? 16. You know that too.
Yes, yep, we got it right there. Thank you, though. All right, Ryan, if I ask you in words what are or is the square roots of 16, you would have to say 4 and -4. You'd have to, because they're both. But we also have a symbol, guys. That's your symbol for square root. And if I put a 16 in here, I'm asking for one of them called the principal square root. And the principal square root is another way of saying the positive square root. So if I use this little symbol here, guys, this is read the square root of 16. What is the square root of 16? It's 4. But Mr. A, you said the square root of 16 is 4 and -4. Which one do you want? When I use this symbol, guys, I want the positive version. How do I ask for the negative version though? Because it's there. What do you think, Ryan? Oh, you want to guess? Guess. Close. Yeah, I do. But how? Like where? Okay, you're onto it. Yeah, Kate. Oh, that'd be kind of unique. No, I wish I could because that'd be fun. Mary? Here's what you do. If I want the negative version, I do this. What's that? That's how I ask for it. Okay, Marshall, when I have just the square root symbol of a number, which version do I want? The positive version. CT, when I put a negative sign in front of a square root of some number, I want which version? Negative version. Do you guys get that? If I just write it out, I want both. Okay? You guys okay with that? This number looks really familiar. Perfect square. All right. What's the positive square root of 121? Aiden? 11. I'm gonna do something here, guys, and I think this is like the big thing you need to get. What undoes addition? Subtraction. What undoes subtraction? Good. You guys get that. That shouldn't be a problem. What undoes multiplication? Division. What undoes division? You guys okay with that? Is that what did you say, Ryan? Yep. Okay, good. You know what undoes squaring? Square rooting. You know what undoes square rooting? Squaring. They're inverse operations, and this is on the bridge of arithmetic to algebra. Where do you think you're at on that bridge? Are you in arithmetic, in algebra, or somewhere in between?
I'm in the middle.
You are actually in the arithmetic side because squaring and square rooting, they're in there. But you'll understand it better as we cross that bridge. Whoa, there's a hole in there. Don't fall in. Okay, so be careful with that. What is the negative square root of 289? Don't call it out. You can have your hand up, but don't call it out. Ben? Negative 17. Okay, that's what I'm asking for with square roots. Do you guys get what I'm asking for with square roots?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a sneak peek of tomorrow. This is what you're going to be able to do tomorrow. So today, perfect squares, I like them. Square roots of perfect squares, I like those too. Just got to memorize them. That's not going to help me. What if I were to ask you, dare I ask you this? What is the square root of 10?
Anger.
47.
No.
Oh, wait.
Is that a hand mirror, kind of? Kind of. How many of you think you have an answer? Like I think I got it straight.
I might.
There is an answer.
Oh, okay, then no. Can I have a decimal?
It will have a decimal. And you know how many digits will come after it? An infinite number of digits. Never repeats, never terminates. Anyone have a guess? Whoa, oh wow. Alex, such a guess. Not pi. Sorry, say it again, sorry.
3 and 3, 10.
Repeating.
Okay, so that's your guess. So we would say your estimate is 3 point, you said 3 repeating? Okay, that's very close, very close. But do I know the exact? I actually don't know. But it's close to this. So tomorrow we're going to have to see how close you can get to it by using the calculator that God has given to you that updates every night, is powered by pizza, bicas, soda, and that will continue to grow for the rest of your life in knowledge. And does not have a price tag on it. Unless it's being sold on the black market. All right, anyway. Let's finish this up here. I'm going to see if you guys get what to do, and then we're going to move back to scientific notation. What's my time?
10, I don't know.
36, thank you. Okay. 10:55. Oh my. Go to break. Okay.
Whatever.
Get me this value. One way of saying it would be get me 2/10 squared. So I want to know what 2/10 squared is. And you need to have a, yeah, this is an exact, and it has to be perfectly correct in order to be right. Okay, so 3 of you know, oh, 4 of you, 7 of you, 10 of you. Okay, CT,
It's either 0.4 or 0.04.
which one?
0.04.
It's 0.04. 0.04. 4 hundredths is 0.2 squared. All right, next one. What is the square root of 49? So square root of 49. Alec?
7.
7. What is the negative square root of 225? Day?
Negative 15.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So today, this is what we want to go over. You know the perfect squares to 15, or sorry, to 225. And you know the square root of 225, which is what? 15. And you know the negative square root of 225? Negative 15. Tomorrow, guys, it gets tough. And I'm looking forward. I think you guys will do well. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, Swivl. No homework
Come to
for
me.
today.